Welcome inside the CitrusTV studios. Jonah Karp sitting down with Brittney Sykes of the Atlanta Dream in the WNBA and a former Syracuse superstar. Brittney, this is so exciting. Welcome back to Syracuse.
Thank you for having me.
Is this your first time being back since graduating?
No, this is about the second or third time, I believe. I love Cuse.
What keeps pulling you back in?
Between teammates, coaches, the personal relationships I've made on campus and off campus, it brings me back. Syracuse is home for me. I was here for 5 years, so it's pretty has a pretty big space in my heart.
When you reflect on your 5 years here at Syracuse, what stands out? What comes to mind?
Man, every place that I've touched, I brought in a new piece of love to my puzzle and how I came to feel how I feel about Syracuse. So I just want to express like that love back to the community and back to the coaches and everybody that it's mutual. The love and appreciation that they have for me and the city has for me is mutual.
How well do you know this team, this 2018-2019 team?
I know all of them, from the freshmen to the up-and-coming seniors. It's Gabby Cooper's senior year now, so that class is, on their way to graduating. But I know Maeva, I know Tiana, I know a lot of them. And they're all good kids. We play pickup, so, we try to see, what the talent's looking like. So it's been fun.
You and Alexis Peterson, when you played here, you were tabbed as America's best backcourt.
We still are.
You still are.
I don't think any other backcourt can reach the heights that we did.
Who would win in a game of 2v2? You and Alexis or Tiana and Gabby Cooper?
Oh, well, me and Alex for sure. I'm not gonna not pick me and my backcourt mate. Tiana is a great player and a great point guard, and Gabby is a great player and a great shooter, But me and Lex have 4 years under our belts, and that chemistry is something hard to break and something to beat.
One of the big reasons why you were here for 5 years was because you had a couple of setbacks.
Yeah.
You tore your ACL twice. How arduous was that journey back to the basketball court?
Whew, man, it was... What word can I use? I mean, it was hard, but also it was honestly something that needed to happen. But going through those 2 ACLs definitely taught me, that what I want in life will not come easy. So at that point in my career, I wanted to be in the WNBA. So I knew if I wanted to be in the WNBA and not just be in it, but be one of those players in the WNBA where everybody goes to watch, I'd have to bust my butt times 1,000 to get back to where I want to be and be that much better than that person that I used to be.
Did you ever think, either after the first one or the second one, I don't know if I'm ever going to play basketball at a high level ever again?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, after the second one, I went to Coach Q and I told him I wanted to sit out for 2 years. Yeah. So I was pretty distraught about the whole situation at hand. And then as I'm going through rehab, a couple months later, I walk up to Coach Q's office and I knock on his door and I go, "Hey." He's like, "Hey." I was like, "I want to play next year." He was like, "Okay." I was like, "That's it?" He was like, "Yeah, I got you. You'll be playing next year." I was like, "All right, we're good to go." And we talked about it later. He was like, "I kind of knew you were like, a little distraught over the whole situation." He said, "But I wasn't going to go against anything that you wanted to do. If you wanted to sit out 2 years, he would have fought for me to sit out for 2 years, So and that goes to show, the relationship that we have as, player and coach on and off the court. We have each other's back. So he just wanted to make sure that I had peace of mind at the end of the day from the whole situation.
Did you have to change the way you played basketball after that second ACL tear?
Yes and no. I still would, go to the basket. I still can go to the basket. It's still one of my strong suits, but it changed. I had to change my game in a sense of not taking away from it, but adding on to it. For example, shooting. I could shoot, but I wasn't a consistent shooter. I didn't really shoot consistent threes. They didn't look comfortable enough for me to take on a consistent basis. So those last 2 years in college, I literally went into the weight room with our trainer, Ryan Cabillas, and I just worked out, lift weights, and then I went to the gun and I shot about 500 threes almost every day. Literally, that was the routine. Wake up, eat, go work out, go shoot threes, go to class, or I had an online class, do that, come back, go shoot some more threes, do a couple push-ups, go shoot. It was a lot, you know, but literally that was my routine. I'd wake up, go eat, go get online, do class, leave class, go work out with Ryan, go shoot some threes. It was the life. I miss it.
It worked out.
It worked out.
In 2017, you were taken 7th overall by the Atlanta Dream. Mm-hmm. Can you just set the scene of what that was like, waiting for your name to be called in that first round?
Man, I was home, and I had a lot of my closest friends come from here, from Syracuse. Some came from, Maryland. Some came from South Jersey to come sit in my living room with me. And, you know, I actually was the only name that they did not call, in the sense of they said my name, they called my name, but the sound had glitched. Literally the only name that glitched. So if you're watching it, you can look it up, and it, you know, they go with the 7th pick, the Atlanta Dream chooses, and my name is Brittney Sykes, but you see Lisa Borders, the former president of the WNBA, she it almost looks as if she's lip syncing it, and you don't hear no sound. And then the sound comes back, and it's LaChina Robinson talking about me at my time in Syracuse. Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh no!
It's pretty crazy, but yeah, no, it was crazy. We all like yelling. I was like, everybody, be quiet! I need to hear my name. I need to hear my name. And I'm like, I don't hear my name.
Oh no!
Yeah, so yeah, that happened.
Did you record that on your TV?
Yeah, I recorded on my TV. I recorded on my phone. Everybody, it was on everybody's phone. We were like, is it us, or did the glitch really happen? You know, we're thinking that it was just my TV or my surround sound, but no, it happened.
7th pick in the 2017 Dream selects Syracuse University.
Were you expected to be taken 7th overall by Atlanta?
I kind of had a feeling that I would go to Atlanta. Diamond Henderson, who used to play here for the SU women's team as well, she lives in Atlanta, and she's one of my closest friends that I've made, you know, from college. And I called her, and I told her, I said, hey, D, you know, I think I have a good shot coming to Atlanta. And, you know, she goes, I'm not going to lie to you, I think so too. You know, I really think you could come down here and you could do some things. And the way the situation was set up, Angel wasn't coming back that year. She was taking a year off. So that would give me another opportunity to, you know, step up on a platform and perform, you know, and help the team to the best of my ability. And then I was talking to Coach Q, and he never told me where I was going, but I asked him if I would go higher or lower than Kayla, and Kayla went 8th. And he told me he'll tell me to the farthest of his extent that I might go higher or lower. So he never told me, right? So he never told me. I felt like I was gonna go higher. I don't know. And then I was looking at the prospects. I was looking at the mock draft, which nobody can ever take serious. But I just had faith. I was like, you know what? I think Atlanta is my team.
The big news out of the WNBA over the last 24 hours or so.
Yeah.
Breanna Stewart, she tore her Achilles and in all likelihood will miss this 2019 season. Yeah. How much of a loss is that for the league?
It's a huge loss, you know, for the fans, for Seattle. You know, you guys are coming off of a huge high, you know, reigning champs, reigning MVP, and now you go back as reigning champs without your MVP. You know, what do? I mean, yeah, you continue to play, but, you know, she's a big part of that team. She's a big part in the, you know, of the heart in Seattle when it comes to the Seattle Storm. So it hurts, you know, and she's one of my good friends. So it just hurts to see somebody that, you know, I've shared a court with, you know, playing with and against, and we've grown up through the game together, so it's one of those things where it goes, we have to just get better with, not having to go overseas and, earn a bigger, pay salary, or, it's a blessing to see these countries and, play for these, amazing people overseas. But at the same time, it just goes back to show you that, we just need more equality in the WNBA when it comes to pay salaries and treatment of players and, things of that nature.
Jalen Rose went on his radio show, and he was talking about this, and a lot of people are using this situation, Brianna's situation, as a jumping off point to talk about exactly what you just brought up, pay salaries and the treatment of WNBA players. Jalen Rose went so far as to say that he feels, in his estimation, WNBA players are treated like second-class citizens. Would you agree with that?
I wouldn't pick second-class citizens, but, you kind of get that feeling sometimes, or you kind of get that that picture or that ideal in your head because of the lack of equality when it comes to the respect and the, work and hard work that a lot of the players and a lot of people that they fight for equality, that what they're doing. So it may come off like that sometimes. And, I'm still educating myself, and I'm asking questions, and I'm reading articles, and I have teammates who are a part of, committees in the WNBA that fights for equal pay and all these things that are being talked about amongst, the media outlets. So the more and more I get educated on the sense, I'm starting to see more and more of how Jalen Rose could say that the WNBA is treated like second-class citizens.
Do you or have you felt mistreated?
No. And, I'm only 3 years in the league, so I'm still getting my feet wet. I've seen teammates be mistreated or, misguided or, feel a certain way about things that have been done to other players in the WNBA, so it's definitely a work in progress.
You're now in your third season, going to be in your third season with the Atlanta Dream. Each of the first 2 years, you guys have been making strides, coming off your first postseason appearance with the team.
Yeah.
What was that like last year?
It was great. Oh, man. The memories that me and this team have made thus far. We made our coach wear a Supreme do-rag because I forgot who we beat. I think we beat Minnesota. And so we said we beat Minnesota, we win the series, she'd have to wear a Supreme do-rag around the airport. And she did it. So it's been fun. We've literally had fun. That's the only way I could put it to you, just fun.
What do you expect out of this team in 2019?
I think a lot of people have a lot of expectations for us because of the bar that we set in our first year. And it's a high bar. But, that's just because we locked in and we wanted to reach a level of excellence, that we knew we can reach. And there was a couple things that we slipped on and we slept on. So now this year it's time to clean those up and become even more perfect. So, yeah, we're chasing perfection. We're chasing that ring. We're chasing, the fun, and it's going to come with hard work and dedication.
Well, it should be fun to watch. The Atlanta Dream season starts on May 13th. Former Syracuse superstar Brittney Sykes. Brittney, thanks so much.
Thank you.